So I wanted to go through really quick everything for today just in the calculator, just in case anyone got behind or got mixed up or you need to look back at this later. So I'm going to go through the entire problem super quick, as quick as possible, but only talking about calculator notation and what to do with the calculator. So initially I have list 1 and list 2. These are my x's, these are my y's. You use those to make your scatter plot. So a second scatter plot of list 1 versus list 2. And graphing that, you might have to do zoom 9. You'll probably have to hit zoom 9 a lot here. It gives you this graph, which is your scatter plot of x versus y. Then you need to go and change your list 3, list 4. So my list 3, I am highlighting where it says list 3, and I'm plugging in my equation negative 4.2744 plus 3.9433. If you're using the y variables function in your calculator, you're doing the same thing here. So you can't see my entire equation, but I'm highlighted here. Typed in negative 4.2774 plus 3.9433, and I'm plugging in list 1 as my x's because that's where they are. Hit enter, and that list should fill. Then I go up and highlight list 4, and I'm doing list 3, or list 2 minus list 3. So highlighted list 4, list 2 minus list 3, fill, and I get these values. So in order to get my residuals plot, I am doing a second stat plot of, now I am doing list 1 versus list 4. Graph, zoom 9. And here is your graph as your residuals plot of x versus y. So when I go to do my graphs for the bottom of the page, I'm going to go through and I choose to go ahead and initially clear my list 3 and list 4 so I don't accidentally use something I don't need. So I start over with only list 1, list 2, which I never delete. That's my x and my y. So now I want to go and convert this first. So in list 3, I want to take the natural log, which is the button 2 above on, of list 2. So natural log of list 2, hit enter, and it'll fill that for you. These are now my observed y's. So I need to do, so in order to graph this scatter plot, I am doing a second stat plot of list 1 versus my now list 3. When I graph that, zoom 9, it should look like this, which is this graph. Now I want to do my predicted and my residuals. So I'm going to go to stat edit, and in list 4, I'm going to type my new equation, which is negative 0.0047 plus 0.5860, and I'm plugging in my x as list 1, and hit enter, and it fills. That should give me my predicted. So to get my residuals in list 5, I highlight list 5 and do list 3 minus list 4. Your residuals are always going to be subtracting the 2 columns directly before it. And hit enter, and it should fill those for you. And so I now have all of list 1 versus list 5. So to get this graph, I am now doing second stat plot of list 1 versus my last list, which is list 5. And then graphing that, zoom 9, should give me the data for my residuals plot there. So hopefully that's a quick run through of calculator stuff for all of everything today. Let me know if you have any questions.